Hello. I really enjoyed reading your post this week on mom guilt, and I find it a very interesting and relevant topic. And I started to kind of think, why do moms feel guilty? Is it something that we bring on ourselves and our expectations that we're not meeting, or is it other people's expectations and we just feel like we need to meet up to them? There are different counseling centers that support moms and help them and give counseling to moms who struggle with this in particular. And they have 5 steps on how to overcome mom guilt. One of them is identifying where it comes from. So just like I said, like, is it me or is it other people that are putting that pressure on me? Second is to take a look at who you surround yourself with. There is the term energy zappers. And sometimes we have people in our lives because they're family or close friends and they've always been there and we love them, but they make us feel bad about ourselves, and they're not really healthy for us. And just kind of developing boundaries for those people and bringing people closer to us that love and support us and are cheering us on. The third thing you can do is create a family mission statement, much like the one that was mentioned in the video that you had included in your post. And whenever you begin to feel that guilt or feel down, just repeat that statement to yourself as a reminder. Like such things as like, we're happy and healthy, we're doing well. As long as our family is happy and safe and we're kind, it doesn't matter how we get there as long as we reach those goals and that ultimate destination. And then the 5th thing is listen to your kids. We sometimes are harder on ourselves than our kids are, and I know it personally because I think I put the pressure on myself. I want to be a certain way, and I had ideas of what parenting would look like and how I would be as a mom, and when they don't come out that way, you begin to feel inadequate and like you're not doing a good job. But then you hear your kids talk to other people about how much fun they had or things that they do at home, and you realize, okay, it might not look quite like I thought it would, but they're happy, and so that's all that really matters. When I had my first child, I really struggled with nursing, and at first it was a supply issue. But then it was just emotional. Like, I really struggle with functioning when I don't have very much sleep. And I was just very irritable and grouchy, and it was horrible. And I just didn't want to give up the idea of not nursing her. And finally, we always hear the example of you using, like on the airplane, when you use the mask and then you help other people. And it's like, if I'm not doing okay, if I'm not functioning well, how can I take care of my kids? And so I realized I needed more sleep. And so I did eventually switch to formula, and I was so much better. I was so much happier, and I enjoyed it. I enjoyed being a mom at that point. I enjoyed taking care of my baby, and I had more enjoyable moments. And so, people can have their opinions and people can make you feel bad. You can make yourself feel bad about it. But ultimately, what's most important, they are. And whichever way you have to get there, as long as the outcome is the same, don't worry about how you get there. And people do things differently, and that's okay. That's okay. We need to take ownership for our parenting styles and not feel like we have to apologize to others because we do things differently. I now have 3 kids, and more than ever can attest to the fact that each child is different. And what works for one may not work for the other. Things I thought I would never do before having kids, I find myself doing. So expectations of others or ourselves need to change. Practice grace on yourself and other moms. Parenting is hard enough, so let us do our best to encourage one another. And I just want to say thank you for your post, and pray you have a blessed week. Bye-bye.